just hooked this thing up. This is the first video like this I've ever done, so please bear with me. But I've got a few things, a few rants that I've got to get off my chest, and this is going to be the first one of them. I have never been much of a political person until a couple years ago. Well, actually a year ago. I am not happy. The way this country's going is just freaking ridiculous. One thing I can't stand, it got my ire up just a few minutes ago. I was on Facebook, and a friend of mine likes a certain Facebook page, whatever. Uncle Sam's Misguided Children. And in the comments of one uploaded photo, this woman happens to say something about our Constitution being needing reworked. It's faulty. I say bullshit. Listen, folks. While I will admit that there are a couple things in our Constitution that I do have issue with, and that is simply because our forefathers, the people that drafted this document, had a lot of foresight. But obviously, we don't know what the future is going to hold, just like they didn't. They would have no idea that we'd ever get to the level of technology we have. I'm relatively low tech. I have an older webcam. I have an older computer I really need to upgrade. I have older vehicles. Whatever. But the level of technology we have, they can't account for. The certain other issues, the slavery issue, whenever they drafted that document, they had no idea when it was going to happen or how long it was going to take for slavery to be ended, to be abolished. It was 80 years? I'm not exactly certain. About 80 years or something after the document was drafted and ratified. They had no idea the circumstances. So there's certain things that are written into our document, like the nationalization. No, it's not the term I want to use. Basically, it's when a child is born here, is automatically a U.S. citizen. I have issue with that. I got to remember that I mentioned that, because that'll be on another video. This one I want to stick with. I'm sorry. Our Constitution, from what I've read and from what I understand personally, is a draft for the best form of government that man can come up with. Communism, socialism, all those other forms, they don't work. Imperialism, they don't work. Because they all, like imperialism, anything that has to do with one person or one family being in control solely of the government, doesn't work. Because that one person, on their whim, obviously they can do whatever they want. And it's not, and the people really don't have a whole lot of say-so in the matter. Bullshit. Socialism. Doesn't work. Small groups? Maybe. I mean, there are probably groups out there that live in communes and that, or whatever, that say, oh yeah, it works, so we work it just fine. Okay. It works for small groups. For a whole country? You're nuts. Our Constitution is not flawed. Not in the aspect that a lot of people are trying to insinuate that it is. The problem is the people, the public. We have allowed corrupt individuals to get in power and remain in power for extended periods of time. Now, I'm sorry, but the Constitution isn't wrong. The people are. We might not want to admit it to ourselves, but, hello folks, who elects these people? We do. the people who vote, the people, the citizenry of this great nation of ours, elects these people. Well, when you elect corrupt individuals, what do you think happens? And now, well, I'm getting ahead of myself. You have, that being said, you have term limits on a president, which is a very, very good thing. I think we need to enact term limits. Excuse me. We need to enact term limits on our representatives and our senators, our congressmen in general, everybody, governors, state and federal elected officials, everybody needs to have term limits. Because, I'm sorry, the biggest problem with this nation is, I lost the word, the term for it, professional, or no, that's it, career politicians. Career politicians. Hello, that in and of itself is a scary word. When you make it your career to be a politician, I'm sorry, you lose focus. Because they don't live in their areas. They move out. They live in Washington. They buy homes there, and they stay away as much as possible from the people they are supposed to represent. Maybe not all of them, but a good majority anymore. We need term limits on these folks, because the longer they're in there, the more power hungry they become. The less in touch with the people they become. We, as the people of this country, need to focus. We need to re-up and reacquaint ourselves with exactly what our Constitution says and what it means. Educate ourselves. Because we've lost it, folks. When we have allowed these people to twist our language, to twist and corrupt the meaning of this great document to the point where we have people thinking that our Constitution needs rewritten. We have failed. We have failed. Not the Constitution, not the document, not the people that drafted it, because they were a lot more educated, a lot greater people than we are now. I don't know where else to go with this, because I want to try to segregate my rants. That way I can focus on certain things, and that way I can let people, obviously I'm going to get people irritated. Some people are going to agree with me. Some people aren't. That's your prerogative. That's your opinion. I don't expect everybody to agree with everything I have to say. We're human. That's the way it is. Sorry. For some reason my webcam decided to cut out on me. Well, anyway, all I gotta say is keep an open mind to my or anybody else's arguments. Educate yourself and really think before yapping. I know there's going to be ignorant comments. I know there's going to be good comments. Please just keep it clean. Anyway, again, this was my first video. Tell me what you think. Tell me what your views are. If there's anything, I guess this is the start of something new for me. If there's anything else you want my opinion on, or if you want me to shut up, please by all means, let me know. I'm open. Thanks for watching, and here's to a greater America.